so happy to see how much you've grown. Thank you for your kind words. Now I believe it's your turn. I'm Ada Gran of Force Military Academy's main campus, Class 1. I'm truly indebted to your son, and I mean indebted. Indented. She's tripping all over her words. There's no need to be nervous. Cedric's told me all about his friends from class. I've also been taught about a certain bright young lady who excels in both her studies and her club activities. Thank you for being such a wonderful friend to my son. And that's, such kind words are wasted on me. I'm Nina Crawford of Force Branch. It's not like me. So your Alfred told me about you and what happened in Frostbelt. Further, allow me to apologize for my son's behavior towards those of you. Huh? Don't worry, there's no need for that. I think our field exercises in Frostbelt turned out for the best. Really made me reevaluate myself. Now I have a better idea of the sort of thing as I can do to keep moving forward. For a better future, not just for Frostbelt, but for Erebonia too. Well said. It's clear to me you carry the spirit of Class 7 quite admirably. I sincerely believe the people of Erebonia could learn from that positive outlook of yours. Thank you so much, all of you, for what you've done for this country. And what you will do in the future. Una, Ada, and Laura. I'll continue to do all I can, Your Highness. Hello, you two. I heard you both. Yeah. Something just on my from my freaking throat. Hello, you two. I heard you both introduce yourself to the Empress. Good job. Oh, Instructor Reed. Instructor, perhaps you should consider teaching your students basic manners when speaking in the building. When she began casually discussing her past grievances with a member of the Imperial throat. Oh yeah? Are you sure you weren't just choking on your words again? There's no need to bring that up again! These two make quite a pair. Speaking of Yuna's as exhausting as I expected it to be. When did she decide to start getting so chummy with me anyway? She was just eager to make amends with you guys. It's good to see you again, Your Highness. We haven't spoken since late last year, I think. That's right. I can tell you've grown wonderfully since then. Allow me to apologize again regarding Cedric's behavior. I'm sure Alfie and Albert have already said the same thing to you. No, please. It's fine. After everything that's gone on the last few days, it's all water under the bridge now. I'm just happy to see it's much better now, considering everything I went through last year. I suppose that's a good way to look at things. In any event, I shouldn't hold you here too long. I'm sure there are many people here who would like to speak with you, so please enjoy yourself. Thank you, Your Highness. You're the students from Force? Yeah. Hello, Elisa, Tara, are you enjoying yourselves? We are, thank you. It's really a lovely party. I just wish Andy was here with us, but Prince Oliver had promised he'd look into her disappearance, so I'm hoping to make a lot of memories tonight. I can show them with us when she's back. Yeah, when she's back. I'm sorry, Tara, are you right? I'm sure she's back. Sure. Oh yes, there was something I wanted to ask you about, Tara. It seeing the way Lucy drapes herself all over him, I had to wonder. To be honest, I was wondering that myself. Knowing him, he'd keep his hands off his students, but still. Well, Rean certainly is admired by a lot of people. When it comes to romantic feelings, the pool's a bit smaller. I see. Would you be swimming around in that pool by any chance? Me? I mean, I like him as a colleague, but... something's definitely fishy. We need to dive deeper into this topic. I should slowly back away before they notice me. Ah, Rean, you've come Fans, what are you talking about? Sorry, Rean. Oh my god. That was freaking hilarious. Don't get the exact same move. That's probably what made the question come into her head. Freaking drink. Was that really 2 years ago? Damn. Yes. Hot springs in Ymir were lovely, but so is the food. I'd like to go back. Maybe we'll one again sometime. You all seem to be having a good time. Sounded like you were talking about Ymir. Oh, Rean, yes, we were talking about a trip everyone took there together. Oh yeah, that's right. But you weren't exactly there for vacation, I think. Yeah, kidnapping Elise and the princess isn't really a touristy activity. Well, that's just for your mission, right? Have you been there for fun? I generally don't go anywhere unless required by mission. Oh, that's a shame. Come to think of it, I've known Altina a while now, and I've never seen her go anywhere for fun. Growing up in the Jaeger Corps, I still know how that is. So that means you've never gone to Ymir's hot springs. Correct, I admit I am a little curious about it. For example, how does bathing in a hot spring differ from a normal bath? Psst, Elise, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah. Now we have another forest to look forward to. When the time comes, I'll have to do my best to be a good host. That's a shocker. Your sister complex didn't stand out there. I am Patrick Hyoms, third son of the Hyoms house. I'm ashamed that I haven't introduced myself to you before now. There's no need to be so formal, Patrick. Besides, it's a bit rare that I'm even in Erebonia, so I'm partly to blame. I've heard you're quite the traveller. Speaking of, Mr. Wardle here tells me you visit Nord quite often. That's right, nearly every year. By this point, it's pretty much like one of the family. I just can't get enough of the beautiful expanses of land up there. On top of that, the clean air does these old bones good. We had a cabin built by the lakeside a few years back. It's such a tranquil place. Sounds lovely. Schwartz has told me about the time he spent there, but I've never been. Nord is truly stupendous. The endless stretches of land, the free-flowing breeze, not to mention their kind and hospitable people. When I'm in Nord, it's like all the troubles of the world, God, weighing on my mind for long. My, hearing all that makes me more intrigued than ever. Honestly, I felt fairly troubled myself lately. Well, it was plain to see you had a lot to deal with back in Orders. You should come visit sometime. If our schedules line up, I'll show you around. I appreciate the offer. Oh, Wally, I'd like to take this chance to apologise for saying such an awful thing about you back when we were students. Oh, I completely forgot. It's fine. I knew at the time you weren't thinking clearly. I appreciate the apology though. Thank you. Oh, hello. When did you... About halfway through. Youth truly is a wonderful thing. Yeah. makes sense. No, I'd rather not talk to Professor Shit at the moment. Such small groups of people to talk to. Shit's group and sex group. Now, this seems like an interesting group. Well, I was telling Sharon we should go out drinking together just the other day. So I decided to join them now. And I'm here too. Stories? What about? Stories from 4 years ago. About how a certain someone got away when I was trying to get back from Northumbria. Oh. So that's what you and Campanella are talking about at August Tower. Yes, I've admitted what I did to Lady Sarah, but my love and loyalty belonged to the line from me now. Back then, Nicole contacted me personally and asked for my assistance. I didn't tell Chairman Arena the details, but she gave me leave regardless. Since then, you've had no other contact with Ouroboros? Swear to Adios? I swear on the line of the family. This is pretty intense. Well, if you bring up the Rhineford name, then I know you're serious. Alright, I give up. And I suppose you did get injured pretty badly when you went up against McBurn back in Crossbell. So I'll believe you, when it comes to this anyway. Alright, I love me happy ending. Thinking back now, that get-up you had on looked like a pretty tight fit. I think something like that really limit your movement. I just can't believe you were able to slip out of my grasp for a whole week. Well, as someone who dwells behind the scenes, I have a number of sneaky tricks at my disposal. I'd never be a match for you in a head-on battle, so please don't feel so embarrassed you're unable to beat me back then. Hey! Who said I was embarrassed? I'll recover now! Meet me outside the palace. Years ago, huh? That'd be about 1 year after Gramps took me in. I think I remember reading about this stuff in the files about the Nectar. Huh? Oh yes, that would make sense. Wait, you mean the intelligence division knew about me and Sharon? No, it wasn't about you two. It was more about that S-rank racer from Liberal. You had to come here from Liberal to help out the other racers because you were stuck in Northumbria, right? Agate? If so, that would explain why he was there in the first place. The report was pretty detailed up until the part where the Jaeger Corps the Society was using got completely wiped out. Oh, and it also sounded like they were monitoring Prince Oliver during his trip to Liberal. Wow, the intelligence division is impressive. And just as terrifying. You think it may have been Major Arundel who was monitoring them? No doubt. I'm sure the orders came down straight from the top of their little group. Man, Cassius really helped me out a lot back in those days. Well, I haven't seen him since he quit being a priest and went back to Liberal's army. Liberal. Damn shame too, he was quite a gentleman. Yeah, he seems like he'd be right up your alley for sure. Small world. He and I are fellow disciples on the Master Yunka 5. It seems we were all connected through our acquaintances before we even knew each other. last group. Shitstorm. So by incorporating these new mathematical models, the country's economy can be developed even further. Correct. Economics is nothing more than a probability model based off of sociology and collective psychology. It would be foolish to think mathematics has no bearing on it. You're right, of course. I suppose one could say the same with music theory. Huh? Really? Music and math seem like completely different fields to me. Sound is simply different frequencies and wavelengths of vibrations in the air, being easily converted into equations. Whether expressed in sound or in formulas, beautiful music remains beautiful. Seems kind of crazy to have put it that way, but yeah, the way he talks about it is strangely compelling. Professor, would you be able to share an example now with us? Yeah, I'm curious too. These two seem to be interested in what the professor has to say. I'm not surprised to hear he has any hobbies at all. But I guess out of everything, music makes the most sense for him. There are even more people now. We should wait it out a bit longer. And so the groups have changed. Phew, I think I finally met with everyone I needed to. I'm glad you can take a little rest now. Must be tough being head of one of the 4 houses. Why do you even need to do all that boring stuff? Just let loose. This is supposed to be a party. It's not that simple. Were I to just let loose here, it would create problems in the future. I would do everything I can to fulfill my duty as head of the Alvaria family. I was going to say noble, because he is constantly saying, it is the duty of a noble. That's freaking combat. Hey now! If your brows get any more furrowed, your head's going to crack like an egg. Yeah, whatever that means. Let me give you a face massage. I'll get you nice and unfurrowed in no time. No, you won't. Why does this sort of thing always happen with you? Do you even realise the problem that would cause here? Besides, you're a young lady now, so gonna get you. Oh, you two. You guys sure are having fun. These two never change, do they? What's wrong? Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but does it seem like Useless and Millium are always together these days? Do you think maybe... Quit hanging on me like that. No. Scratch that for. Yeah. I'd say they're more like a brother and sister that get along really well. Coming from you, Reen, I'm not quite sure how to take that. Well, yeah, because of his freaking sister complex. Like I said, I never met my brother and sister till, well, I met my brother briefly when I was younger, but it was only when I was 9 and moved house that I actually got to actually meet my brother and sister, because I grew up in the north, they were raised in the south. Like I said before. Wow, so that was when you and Brigadier General Bardius first met. I'm sure your little duel ended up wrecking everything around you for wholesale. Well, duels are an excellent way to deepen one's bonds. That is true, isn't it, Finn? Now that you mention it, I guess so, yeah. Taking a trip down memory lane, I see. Yes, we were listening to Countess Le Guin's tales from when she was a student. After the school year began, she took control of the fencing club and declared war on all the other clubs. She beat the swimming club in the swimming race, the chess club at chess. Any club that lost to her had to join the fencing club. Finally, she challenged Brigadier General Bardius, the president of the riding club, to a jousting match. I don't even know where to start with that. I didn't know Brigadier General Bardius linked to the force too. The match went on for 2 hours without a winner. Finally ended in a draw when we each knocked the other off our horses simultaneously. It was that moment that Wallace became an important person to me. He was my right hand and my comrade. God, hiccups! Arrival on the partner. As a fellow swordswoman, I'm jealous of you. I think someone like that would be incredible. Someone who's a nemesis, but also a friend. I think I get it. Since we have the chance, I'd like to hear your stories too. I've wondered about Laura, but I'm sure your history is just as fascinating. Have you by any chance met the leader of the Red Constellation? Perhaps the War God? Or maybe an S-rank bracer? I've seen the War God's successor, but I haven't met any of the S-rank bracers yet. Well, it's understandable. There are only a small handful of them on the entire continent, after all. They're really getting into conversation now. I shouldn't be surprised that Aurelia only knows Laura, and I think she'll get along great with Fizz, too. Damn it, another conversation with... shit. This could be interesting. Excuse me, are you Miss Alisa Reinford of the IF group? You're one of the members of Knee Class 7, right? The ones who saved Cedric's life in the Civil War? And now you're the director of the 4th Development Division. I saw the interview you had with the Imperial Chronicle. It was so inspiring. My name is Ada Grant. I'm from Class 1 at 4's main campus, and it's really an honour to meet you. Oh, that's really flattering. Thank you. I'm happy to meet you too, I think you might be overselling me a bit, though. There's no need to be modest, Lisa. You really are an incredible woman. Exactly. It's one of my goals to be even half as lovely and skilled as you are. Wow. Well, from what I hear, you're pretty skilled already. You got 2nd place in the midterm exams out of both 4's campuses combined, right? Those are just grades. When I think about everything you and your class accomplished, scoring behind the test seems so insignificant. Nonsense. You shouldn't ever devalue your own hard work. Hey, maybe you should come work for me after you graduate. Just kidding. Oh, I think you're stunned into silence. Sorry. I still haven't decided what to do after I graduate. Don't stress over it. Just keep it in mind as one of your potential choices. I will. Thank you so much. Looks like Elisa's in recruitment mode too. Also, Ada seems to know a lot about Class 7. I wonder if that's the reason she enrolled at 4 in the first place. Another conversation? Because of the restructuring of the main campus this year, we students are being strongly encouraged to get jobs with the military government. I've been agonizing over what I should do, even before I enrolled at 4's. I actually considered going to St. Estrella at one point. You don't say? Yes, I knew Princess Alfin was attending the school, and I thought I might be able to find a path to follow there. But then I heard about a heroic group of students from 4's fighting in the Civil War. That's what led to my decision. I'm happy to hear we were able to inspire you like that. Now you can carry on the 4's spirit just like you did. I suppose no matter which school you ended up choosing, you would have been able to meet someone from the Imperial family. I always wish we could have gone to school together, but of course we can still be friends now. I look forward to seeing you more in the future, Ada. Yes, so do I. She may not be related to Instructor Green. She's just as wonderful person as he is. Is everything alright? No, yes, sorry, it's nothing. Looks to me like you're still agonizing over what to do after graduation. No, it was something else. I mean... I'm happy to see the three of them getting along so well. Oh, God.